The air inside the Al Rahim estate felt strangely charged that morning, as if something unseen was about to snap open like a long-shut door. The sun was still young, pouring a clean daytime glow over the polished marble floors and tall glass windows, but the household staff moved with an unusual stiffness, sensing an approaching storm. Everyone had heard the whispers. Sheikh Karim Al Rahim, the quiet and impossibly wealthy owner of the estate, had returned after months abroad. He was known for unpredictable tests, for noticing the smallest details, for rewarding excellence and dismissing carelessness in a single heartbeat. And today, for reasons none of them understood, he wanted to test the entire staff at once. Most people looked at one another anxiously, adjusting uniforms, fixing hair, praying silently. But in the far back near the kitchen hallway stood one person no one paid much attention to, a small, thin girl of 17 with soft brown eyes, a calm expression, and a notebook clutched to her chest. Her name was Safia. She was the maid's daughter, allowed to stay in the staff quarters out of mercy, often overlooked by everyone except her mother. And she had no idea her life was about to change. If you believe in kindness, compassion, and second chances, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindly Tube right now. Your support truly helps us keep spreading inspiring stories. The announcement came just after breakfast. The staff were ordered to gather in the Great Hall, a massive, open room with sunlight flooding through tall windows and reflecting off the white stone pillars. Safia stood beside her mother, Amina, who worked tirelessly every day, her hands rough from years of scrubbing floors and washing linens. Amina whispered for Safia to stay quiet, to keep her head bowed, because the Sheikh valued order and humility. Safia obeyed, though her heart thumped loudly. She rarely saw the Sheikh, nobody really did. He lived behind layers of privacy, his world filled with business, contracts, and travel. Safia had only ever caught glimpses of him, tall and composed, with an aura that made people straighten their backs involuntarily. Today, he appeared silently from the upper landing, descending the marble stairs with an expression that revealed nothing. Sheikh Karim was in his 40s, with a sharp presence softened by a sense of controlled calm. He observed everyone carefully as he reached the ground floor. Then he did something unexpected. He spoke in fluent, deep Arabic, rapid and articulate. "Tell me," he said, "if any among you can understand me, step forward." The room froze. Most staff understood only basic phrases, just enough to greet visiting guests or follow simple instructions. Even Amina, who had picked up words over the years, stiffened with embarrassment. No one moved. They stared at the Sheikh, eyes wide, terrified of appearing foolish. And then, quietly, from the back, a single voice rose. Soft, steady, but clear. Safia stepped forward. She hadn't meant to speak. The words just slipped out. The meaning of his question was so simple to her, as easy as breathing. "Ana afam, ya Sheikh," she said. "I understand." The entire hall erupted into silent shock. Every head whipped toward her, even her mother gasped, grabbing her arm as though to pull her back. But something in Safia's posture made Amina stop. The girl stood with surprising dignity for someone so often ignored, her eyes lowered respectfully, yet unafraid. Sheikh Karim studied her, arms behind his back, expression unchanged. He asked another question in Arabic, longer, more complex. The staff swallowed hard in collective panic. But Safia answered. Smoothly. Perfectly. Not hesitating for a second. A ripple of disbelief ran through the room. How could the maid's daughter speak such flawless Arabic when half the senior staff couldn't understand even half the words? The Sheikh motioned for her to step closer. His voice softened, just slightly, as he continued the unexpected examination. He asked her about proverbs, poetic lines, historical references. Safia answered each one, her voice growing steadier, her confidence blooming under the warm daylight streaming across the hall. Her mother covered her mouth, tears building in her eyes. She had known Safia studied languages on her own, scribbling notes every night by the dim light of an old lamp. But she had never imagined that her daughter had mastered Arabic so beautifully. The Sheikh then asked the staff why none of them had bothered to learn the language properly when working for an Arab family. Shame swept across the hall. Eyes dropped. Nobody spoke. But he didn't scold them long. Instead, he turned to Safia again. How did you learn this? He asked in English, surprising everyone. Safia swallowed, shaky now that the attention felt too sharp. She explained, in simple words, that she used old books thrown away by guests, that she listened secretly when Arabic-speaking visitors came, that she practiced by herself every night because she believed languages carried the stories of people, and she loved stories. Her voice wavered near the end, embarrassed by her own honesty. Something changed in the Sheikh's expression then. A flicker of admiration, faint but unmistakable. He dismissed the staff afterward, but he asked Safiya and her mother to stay. The hall emptied quickly, whispers echoing off the walls. Amina trembled, terrified they had offended him somehow. But Safiya remained calm, sensing something different. The Sheikh invited them to sit. Amina almost fainted at the thought, but Safiya gently held her hand. He asked more about Safiya's learning, her interests, her dreams. She confessed that she wanted to study linguistics, anything related to language and culture, but their circumstances made it impossible. Her father had died years ago, her mother struggled alone, and she didn't want to be a burden. She spoke with sincerity so raw that it pressed on the Sheikh's heart in a way he did not expect. He asked the mother why she never told anyone about Safiya's ability. Amina admitted with tears that she didn't want her daughter mocked for dreaming above her place. She wanted her safe, not disappointed. The Sheikh fell silent for a long moment. Then he said something that Amina would remember for the rest of her life: no child has a place too small for their dreams. Over the next days, something extraordinary happened. Safiya was invited to assist the Sheikh with translation tasks, simple at first, then increasingly complex. She worked in sunlit rooms filled with books and maps, her mind coming alive in ways she had never imagined. The older staff stared in disbelief as she walked beside the Sheikh, discussing languages and culture with a confidence she never knew she possessed. Her mother watched from afar, pride swelling in her chest like a long-delayed sunrise, but not everyone was pleased. A few jealous staff members whispered cruel things, calling her undeserving, accusing her of showing off. One afternoon, Safiya overheard them. Their words pierced her deeply, shaking her newfound confidence. She went to her mother in tears, admitting she felt like an intruder in a world far bigger than her. Amina held her tightly and reminded her of all the nights she spent studying alone, all the words she collected like treasures, all the dedication that no one saw. Your abilities are yours, Amina whispered. No one has the right to shrink them. Safiya returned to her duties with renewed strength, refusing to let envy steal her light. And when the Sheikh noticed her subdued expression that day, he asked gently if she was all right. She hesitated, then told him the truth. He listened with unexpected patience. Instead of confronting the jealous staff, he gently explained something profound: when people see someone rise, they often fight their own shadows. You cannot carry their shadows for them. You must continue walking. Those words settled into her heart like a protective shield. Weeks passed, each day brighter than the last. The Sheikh introduced Safiya to visiting diplomats and scholars, always crediting her for her skills. She translated flawlessly, her voice steady in the sunlit halls, gaining respect from people who had once overlooked her. The estate, once a place where she felt invisible, became a home where her talents finally had room to breathe. Then came the day that changed everything. The Sheikh summoned her and her mother to his private office, a quiet room filled with warm daylight and shelves of ancient books. With a calm smile, he handed Safiya an envelope. Her hands shook as she opened it. Inside was a full scholarship, funding for her to attend an international university, complete with housing, travel, and all academic expenses. A future she once thought impossible suddenly lay open before her like a doorway filled with bright light. Amina broke down crying, covering her face in gratitude. Safiya stood trembling, unable to speak. The Sheikh told her she deserved it, that hidden brilliance should never remain hidden. He also told Amina that her dedication as a mother laid the foundation for Safiya's success. As they left the office, the midday sun pouring softly over them, Safiya felt something she had never felt before: certainty. Certainty that her life was changing, that dreams were not foolish, that kindness sometimes comes from unexpected places, and that one moment of courage could alter the direction of a lifetime. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindly Tube. Your engagement keeps these inspiring stories alive.